I want to talk about student loan forgiveness. And this is something that, I wish I would have known this as a kid. I wish I would have known this as a teenager before going into college, before really looking into it. And I see that a lot of people get into student loan debt, right? And student loan debt is not necessarily, it is a bad thing. You shouldn't be going into debt. This is something that somebody should have taught you this growing up in life. This is what people should have taught you. Your parents should have taught you this. Your elders should have taught you this. And I think we are failing. I think it's a cycle that people are getting trapped into. Student loan forgiveness and be like, oh yeah, this is great, it's great. But how'd you get there in the first place? And what are you going to school for? Like, if you're gonna go into debt for school, I think it should be one of those things like you're going to school to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, something that is a really popular thing that's gonna get you paid when you get out of it. You know, I hear people going to school to get degrees that don't mean anything, or get degrees like in jobs that don't pay much. And then you get trapped in this cycle of student debt, student loan debt. And I just don't think it's something that you should rely on. People should have been telling you this when you were a kid, a teenager going into adulthood, saying that, hey, there are people that go their whole lives and never pay off their student loan debt. It's just one of those things I know should have been taught in the schoolhouse. It should have been taught there, but it wasn't. And I think that, as we continue to progress in life, I think we should all just be cognizant and should just be aware that, some of these things are systematic to keep the poor people poor and the rich people rich. And I think if you adopt it from the point of, if I can't directly pay for it, then it's not worth it. Or is this really an investment? If I'm investing into a degree in basket weaving, is this going to get me a career that's going to pay me a lot of money? No. If I get a master's in information technology management, or if I get a master's in cybersecurity, that's probably going to land me something that might be able to pay back that money that I took a loan out for to go to school with. I think these are things that a lot of people don't think about, because truth be told, it's nice to have a career that you love and that you're passionate about, but the fact of the matter is, most people are not really happy at their jobs. I mean, even me, am I really happy at my job? No. It pays the bills. Come on, man, what more do you want? That's adulthood. And these are things that should be that I believe should be taught to you before you make it out into the world. And then you have to find this out at 25 years old, coming straight out of college or something like that, 20, what would you be, 22, 23, coming out of college, and you're like, oh, I didn't know this was going to be like this. I don't even know how money works. I don't even know how debt really works. I just know that I was in school. We got to do a better job. I mean, point blank and period, we got to do a better job as Americans, as teaching our youth, teaching our kids how to do this, how to go about life, what to do. So that being said, man, I'm going to wrap this video up, but I want you guys to think about that. Let me know what you think about student loan forgiveness in the comments, and then we'll get back to you in the next one.